What to do when a girl ignores you? Is there a way out? In this video, we'll discuss 3 scenarios: internet dating, being ignored after the first date, and being ignored after a short relationship. Let's break down each case individually. Scenario 1. Internet dating. If we're talking about online dating, you have to understand that you two don't have any real connection yet. You haven't met in person, so you don't hold much value to her. If you've been chatting for a while, maybe even had a phone call, but then she starts replying less often, more briefly, or more dryly, it means her interest is decreasing. There could be many reasons for this. She might have started talking to someone else, got back with an ex, or simply lost interest. If this happens, the best option is to disappear from her radar. Stop contacting her and wait for about 2 or 3 months. During this time, focus on improving yourself. Maybe change your look, get a new haircut, lose weight, or build some muscle. After a couple of months, update your photos and try reaching out again. This is the only real way to rekindle her interest. If she was somewhat interested initially, this break and your improved appearance might catch her attention again. However, if she doesn't respond or shows no interest, it's best to move on and not waste your time on someone you haven't even met. Scenario 2. After the first date. If you went on a first date and she's now ignoring you, it's usually because her expectations weren't met. She might have found you interesting online, but in person, something didn't click. Often, this isn't about your looks, but rather how you behave during the date. Point 1 tip is to wait for her to text you first after the first date. This will show you how interested she is. If she doesn't text, you can send a casual message after a few days, but avoid being too pushy. If you texted her too much after the first date and she started ignoring you, it's likely because you came off as too eager or desperate. Give it a few months, and then try reaching out again in a nonchalant way. If she responds positively, you can suggest meeting up again. Scenario 3. After a short relationship. If you had a short relationship and she starts distancing herself, it's often a sign that her interest is waning. To address this, you need to take control of the situation. This can involve different strategies depending on the context. First, you could initiate a breakup yourself to take back control. Second, you could start ignoring her to see if she comes back seeking your attention. Third, you could wait for her to make a mistake and then distance yourself. Taking the lead in this way can often reset the dynamics and bring her interest back. However, this needs to be done timely and carefully. Overall, while it's possible to rekindle interest after being ignored, it's important to evaluate if it's worth the effort, especially for someone you barely know. Improving yourself and maintaining your self-respect should always be the priority.